Action!
Approximately 3 minutes ago, we detected an ICBM over the Pacific. Current flight trajectory is consistent with impact somewhere in the continental United States.
Have we seen that country before? No.
I actually used to have nightmares as a boy growing up in the 80s about nuclear holocausts. So thank you guys for bringing that back.
You're welcome, definitely. And the therapist number will be shown in the window below.
Sorry about that.
Idris, I want to start with you. This is the most realistic depiction of a US president. It's the most realistic role play that anybody could possibly have. So I'm curious to know, what would you do if you were faced with this impossible decision?
Ben, I think when Kaitlyn and I were approaching this part of the film, which, by the way, in sequence was the last part of this film, so she had made that 18-minute segment twice in different ways. That was the number one question. What would you do, Idris? And even though Noah had written this incredibly complex, slalom, I'm going to steal your word, of what this character has to do, ultimately it was about finding the human being in the performance for the audience to relate to. The audience needs to be like, okay, we're waiting for the president to say something. And the truth is, that's the irony of the film, because in reality, in real life right now, if the president of the United States decides that he wants to nuke a country, it's a human being, ultimately. He has
the power.
He has the power, the soul power. So, I guess, for me, it was really about trying to figure out how to portray what Idris would do while having an American accent.
Rebecca, what Idris is saying there about trying to find the human being in all of this, we like to think that there are these processes and protocols in place protecting us from nuclear war, but as the film shows, ultimately it comes down to the human factor. So what do you think House of Dynamite has to say about those processes and protocols?
I mean, I was going to say faulty, but it's not. It's a very difficult system set up by human beings, right? I think the system that it trickles up from the sit room, the fact that we advance, we look, we dissect, we decide in the situation room who needs to be alerted. We are the switchboard of communication between presidencies in the world, but mostly to serve our president, right? We don't have authority to make commands. We don't have authority to have an emotional opinion. And then it trickles up. I think the grand scale and the scope of this, the question is, like Idris said, it comes down to the fact that America and the world has decided that one human being, the president, can nuke the world if he wants to. And it doesn't matter what system you have, right? Whatever system, whatever information is given to him, he can just make the decision, right? So we need to backtrace and think about, where is the system broken?
I think the beauty of the film is that it gives you three perspectives of that. Three different perspectives from everyone along that
Anthony
journey.
The soldier, yeah.
Well, this interview has been even more terrifying than the movie. Thanks, guys.
Welcome.
And cut.